of the company. So you have been recruited, and your task is to compete with several other firms to market two types of durable goods to consumers, two types of two types of uh, durable goods, the sonite type and the vodite type. So sonite type is some gadgets and vodite type is some advanced gadgets. These gadgets are already made. These will come in the future. So in the first few years, you'll be working on this gadget only, and you'll be responsible for formulating and implementing long-term marketing strategy. Strategy means long-term. Your performance will be, how will you be more better, and performance will be based on your stock price index, share price index. This in turn is, this depends on your market share. This depends on your market share, and it depends on your sales and your profit. Three things. So your role for the next 10 years is this team, each team will be working in a competitive market with very other teams competing with each other. There'll be a lot of target consumer segments. There'll be consumer segments, the rich people, poor people, tech people, students maybe. That is consumer segments. So you will have to find out which consumer segments would you like to work with and position your products according to that. You will have to work with your R&D people, engineers who are designing it for you. You want to make new products. In the beginning, every team will have two products. In year zero, and as we go on, year one, two, three, four, five, you can have your more products. In each year, you can go for five at the max. Once you design the products, you have to launch the new products. You can also improve existing ones. You also have to work with production people. Those are the engineers which make it for you. These engineers make and these engineers design. So you have to have close working relationship with them. You'll have to make marketing mix decisions, pricing, advertisement, decide the size and priorities of your commercial team, the people who will be selling. You'll have to order market research studies to get up-to-date information. So these are the things which you will be doing in the next 10 years. And let's give you a quick introduction to the Markstrat world. 80 million people living here in this country, in this virtual country. 40% live in top 5 cities, 25 in urban, rural. It's a large territory. Inflation and GNP is stable. Up to 5 to 6 teams will be managed by up to 6 competing firms, each managed by a team. All firms start in a different situation. So from year zero, each firm will be in a different situation. You will be having 2 products each. You will be having some target consumers, some brand awareness levels, some market share, distribution coverage, profitability is already there. So a team was working, and that team will be handed over to this new team. The marketing strategy of your firm should be adapted to its particular situation, and you will be giving annual budget. So there are 2 product categories. Each team will be working in sonites and the bodites. You can market up to 5 brands in each category, sonites and bodites. Let's talk about sonite. Sonite brands are already marketed, each characterized by 6 eigenschafts. So number of features. The more features you have, the more techy it is, the more costly it is, the more price it can be. Design, the design intensivity, battery life, display size, processing power, and the base cost. So depending upon, these are the 6 eigenschafts you can play with. If you give a higher base cost, it means you're giving more money to the engineers, and they can do something better. So these are 6 eigenschafts. Similarly, for vodite, we have this vodite product that still has to come into the market. It doesn't exist. Experts believe it will be characterized by these things: resolution, energy efficiency, carbon footprint, base cost, and connectivity, and so on. So brand name conventions. Every brand which you launch, it will have certain names. For example, tonic. This is Team T. The every team will have an abbreviation to start with. T. This is the type of a product. Sonite. Sonite will be represented by O. Vodite will be represented by E. So O and E. So tonic. These are freely chosen letters. Segments. Segments is the category of people, the smaller groups, if you categorize them. So these are five types of categories or segments, we call them. The rich people, for example, the high earners, high income, demand performance, relatively lower income people, savers, they're cautious in the way, professionals who are techie people, professionals, high quality, high performance, then we have some people who are explorers, adventurers, who want to see new things, high demand, high performance. Some shoppers who are habitual, who want to keep on buying. So these are five segments. So it's very important to understand these five segments. The more you understand them, their characteristics, the more you can design your products according to their needs. You can sell according to their purchase, the pocket size. And in Vodite market, we have three types of segments. We have innovators, early adopters, and followers. Innovators are those people who like to get first mover advantage, who are vibrant, who want to the view the first and everything, followed by early adopters and followers. Distribution channels. In this game, you'll have to sell your product through maybe a specialty store, maybe a merchandising store, mass merchandiser, or online selling. So specialty stores are small shops, not necessarily a chain located close. They give high quality service. Mass merchandiser, maybe medium mark, maybe operate on a low price, high volume, low level of service, and they are mass distribute the cheaper, low performance products. And online stores are just like online, they will be getting more important in this game as you move on into, as in the game we move from 5 to 10, they will become more important. Managing your firm. So your objective is maximize your share index. How to share maximize that? You'll have to go for market share, sales. There should be increase in sales. You have to sell more, but at the same time, you have to make more profit. If you don't have the right profit, you will not make. You have a higher sales, but the profit will be low. You have to spend money on R&D. If you spend more on R&D, it gives a message that the new product is coming, better product is coming, innovation is coming, and people will go more to purchase that. So there will be a lot of data in this game. In the first round, there will be less. These reports they'll be coming later, not available now. In first year two, year one, you can order these reports, you can study them, and based on that, you can make a strategy. Tactical decision means decisions of this year. So you have to make these decisions like marketing mix, you have to make decision of production planning. How much are you going to produce? The price, advertisement, commercial team, how many team will be selling the product at the store? And which channels they will be allocated? You will have to order reports. So production planning must be submitted each year. Before you make a production plan, you need to look at the potential sales. How many people do you think will be buying it? You'll have to look at the reports and make a guess. Oh, 150,000 people are expected to buy your product. So if 150 want this, you'll have to look at from the reports and make some guess, intelligent guess. In inventory, you have 30,000. So inventory, you have 30,000. It means you have to make, and you have to make another 120. But the production department also has a 20% flexibility. So if you are making 100 and the demand comes out to be 120, they will automatically make it 120. So plus minus 20. If you make on 100, if you ordered 100 and the demand is 80, they will automatically reduce it to 20% and bring it down to 80, but within plus minus 20%. So let me give you a quick example of this production planning system so that you don't, neither you lose sales, neither you end up with inventory. The ideal situation is that you don't have any lost sales. Whatever you make is sold. If you do whatever is made is sold, that is the ideal situation. There's nothing in inventory and everybody is getting. The pessimistic model is that when you have a lot of lost sales, people did not produce enough so that people could buy. When does it happen? For example, your estimation was that this year, your data told you that 110,000 people will be buying. You had 30,000 in inventory, so you ordered 80,000. 80 plus 30 is 110,000. But in reality, what happened was the sales, the expectations or demand went to 154. 154. Now, in this case, what would happen is the production department will use its, you see, right to increase production by 20%. So 20% of 80,000 is 16,000. 80 and 16, that comes to be 96. So they made 96,000. Now you add 96 with the inventory, that is 126,000. So this is the amount you have for selling, 126,000, but your demand was 154. So 154 minus 126, you have a lost sales of 28,000. So you lost money. Similarly, in the other case, when you have, in the other cases, you have the optimistic cases, you have more inventory in this case. Next slide. So how to estimate your lost sales? How to know that you have lost sales? You have to look at Kauf Absicht, the purchase intentions. So from the reports, you will find out this is the intentions, this is the number of people and the amount multiplied. This is the amount we could have made. But our market shares, our intentions were too high, but share is less. Oh my God, it means people wanted to have more, but they didn't buy it. So we lost sales. Maybe we didn't have enough in the market. Maybe our price was too high. So we lost sales due to that. So in terms of pricing, every year you have to set the recommended retail price. Before setting up a price, you have to decide, you have to take into account the more, how much money will you give to MediaMarkt, to how much money you give to the specialty store. You have to give them amount to keep it, to sell it. So that amount has to be kept into mind. Sometimes some channels give discounts. You have to keep that into mind. Consumers' expectations. Some consumers would expect a certain price. You'll have to take care. The competition pricing all has to be taken care. So sample prices and contributions, we will see how much money has to be given to these distributors. Let's assume there's a price of $400, selling price is 400, and transfer cost of 125. So your engineering department is giving this product for 125 to you. Whatever the case, mass, specialty, my team's cost is 125. So if I want to go to the specialty store, which doesn't give any discount, and they're selling at $400. So there you see margin is 40%. So they'll be asking for $160. So every item which is sold here for 400, 160 will go to the specialty store, 240 will be coming to you. So your profit is actually 240 minus 125. So that is around 115. Similarly, the mass merchandiser will be giving a discount of 10%, $40. So it's selling a 360 and it's selling a 360 and its margin is 30%. 108 will go to the mass merchandiser. Your price will be 252 and your price will be 252 minus 124. Online stores giving a 5% discount, $380 is the actual retail price, and 30% margin goes to them, and you get 266. Right. Advertise, Werbung. So you look at in the city, banners and posters and TV and you see other placements. So you have to bring brand awareness, make consumers familiar with the product, your characteristics and pricing, develop demand for the whole market. And even marketing is important to influence the decision of the distributors to carry or not your products, to create a barrier to entry for your competitors. The more you market, the more people will be brand aware, brand conscious, and they will not go to their customers. So you will have to use a media budget to purchase media space. You'll have to spend a research budget to improve quality, and then segmentation strategy. Which consumer should be targeted? So in this case, for example, this brand, they're targeting more to shoppers. 30% of the money is going here from media, and 40% of the money is going to savers. So you have to decide. You can make the other zero, you can make a bit. It's up to you. Commercial team decisions. Who are those people? These are the people who are in the market, and they're responsible for obtaining and entering orders, visiting stores, distributors, enrolling customers, helping stores organize and conduct promotions. They take orders, they participate in trade shows. So these are the people who are helping you. You have to decide how many people will be. Soft has put 5 people at specialty stores, 15 at mass merchandisers, 10 online stores. So they will allocate people here. And then you will have a marketing budget and understanding your profit and loss. That's important. For example, this team had in period 4, they made $121,000. The cost of goods sold was 60,000. Inventory was 3,000. So these two minus this, contribution before marketing was 57,000. Then they spend on advertisement, commercial cost, commercial people, and they after subtracting this will be 51,000 contribution after marketing. Then they spend in marketing research, R&D, take this out, and this is the money which they are making. So this company made 42, then 132, and then they had a dip coming down at 120. You can have a feel. Similarly, you can look at your company level and the brand level. This company had 5 brands. Which brand is doing better? Nemo, Nova, Nopra, Noon. So you can see the highest brand is Nemo, making 879 after marketing, followed by Noon, 136. And these are Nova. These are relatively negligible. So you can look and have a feel from this report which brand is doing better, which is number 1, 2, and 3, where I need to work more. So getting started on your first serious decision is get familiar with Markstrat. Do not make major changes in the first year. Analyze, decide, and then run. So in this case, you'll have to be working very efficiently in the team, reading those handbooks, these PowerPoint presentations, and you need to, there'll be a lot of conflicting opinions. So to avoid that, maybe one person can be made in charge of the one decision. There will be some time pressure, information overload, but never. Okay, getting started is that you'll be given access, some pack words, participation, activation keywords. You will enter here and you will start. So you'll have to look at this dashboard. This dashboard talks about prepare company results. Your information will be coming here. Market and competitive news will be coming here. Marketing research will be here, and your decision, what your decisions have to be entered, will have to be going here. Choose a name for your firm, and then this is check your budget at regular intervals. Check your errors and warnings before, as you submit, as you save it, it will come to me. I will run the simulation. So thank you very much. Wishing you a great course, and goodbye.